2 months ago, I stumbled across a TikTok of somebody using RawAccel to help improvise their aim inside of Valorant. They could do massive flicks, but also have extremely accurate micro adjustments. Now, me being a silver, wanting to get better at Valorant quickly, I did some research and I decided to give this RawAccel application a go. But while researching and trying it out, I noticed both pros and cons for the application. So today, I will be giving you my honest opinion on RawAccel from an average player. So what is RawAccel, you might ask? Well, it's pretty simple. The faster your mouse moves, the higher your sense is. Whereas the opposite, your sensitivity will be slower when you move your mouse slower. This basically gives you the best of both worlds, where you could flick quickly if needed, but also get those micro adjustments from the slow mouse movement. I thought this could help me pretty well, so I downloaded it. So now let's show my gameplay before RawAccel. I had been playing Valorant for a little bit, and I was silver too. I had decent aim in other games, but they were all games with heavy movement. Games where you didn't have to stand still to get better accuracy like you did in Valorant. Because of this, I had to make a shift in aim. On top of all that, I was still learning mechanics like movement, util usage, crosshair placements, basically everything that's vital to helping your Valorant gameplay, not just my aim. These clips you are watching right now are my highlights before I used RawAccel. Some of the better clips. I was hitting headshots, but at the same time, a lot of body shots too. My micro adjustments needed a lot of work, and it was hard to flick at times when enemies were to the side of me. And this was after. It may not seem like a big difference for some, but it definitely was to me. I was able to quickly flick from one person to another in scenarios where I needed to. My headshot rate doubled, my KD doubled. I quickly ranked up from silver 2 to gold 2 in only a few competitive matches. I hardly ever lost a comp game. Sounds perfect, right? Well, yes and no. There's a few things that RawAccel did help me with, yes, but it also messed with a few other things as well. First thing was adjusting to RawAccel. By no means did switching immediately help me out. It took a few days to really see any progress, but when I got progress, it quickly started to show even more after. I went from 0.3 cents on 800 DPI to 0.15 on 800 DPI. My flicks were alright. I never really went for flick kills except for a few, but it was good with helping me switch angles to then micro adjust on another enemy. I also had to tweak the software a lot, as it was hard to find something that really fit for me. I tried applying other pro players' RawAccel layouts, but they never helped me too much, so I had to really find my own. Another thing was inconsistency. When I got on other video games like Minecraft or others where I had a different sensitivity, I would immediately play bad once I got back on Valorant. Of course, that will happen when your sensitivity is different on any game, on any scenario, but on other games, I needed my sense to be higher than what would match my Valorant sense. Of course, this would kind of fatigue anyone's aim temporarily, but with RawAccel, I noticed it messed me up more than when I didn't use it. Because of this, I tried to have my RawAccel on at all times, so I could not lose my muscle memory of the sensitivity. Sadly, this didn't work too well. Even with me using RawAccel for a long period of time though, I noticed I started to hit a brick wall. My aim got better after some time of starting, but then I noticed a stage where I stopped improving as well. And to me, the biggest con of RawAccel is it actually ruins your aim. Because it's different depending on how fast you move your mouse, you're actually erasing all of the muscle memory you've ever had for when you weren't using the application. And that always worried me too. I'd been trying to perfect my aim in all types of video games for years, and to let it fade away just for a slight buff in Valorant didn't seem worth it to me anymore. I felt like I could continue getting better without actually harming my aim I've been working on for years. So as of 2 weeks ago, I stopped using it. Well, how have I played since I stopped using RawAccel? Before RawAccel, I mentioned how I was on 0.3 cents on 800 DPI. After stopping RawAccel, my comfort sensitivity was 0.2 on 800 DPI. And this actually helped me improve even more. It helped me adjust to lower sense to make micro adjusting easier. But RawAccel even helped my mouse movement and flicking even without it speeding up depending on how fast I actually moved my mouse. Because of that, I've played 2 games of comp and won both of them. One of them being in a plat and diamond lobby and ranking me up to gold 3. My aim has felt even more consistent and smooth. And although I can't flick like I used to, I can still play very comfortably, and I feel like I'm not stuck on a brick wall anymore, unable to improve. Now, the biggest question some of you interested in RawAccel might be wondering is, do I recommend RawAccel to others? In my opinion, I'd say yes. RawAccel for sure isn't for everyone, but it did help me improve my aim. But keep in mind, I also improved because I was working on things like crosshair placement, angles, and movement. But it isn't something I recommend permanently using. Even professional players that have used RawAccel eventually stop, and I took note of that as well. If you want a boost in your aim, especially in lower ranks, it can help you out. But I feel as soon as you hit that brick wall, maybe go back to playing without it. It would take time to adjust, but you'll you'll probably see improvements again like I did. RawAccel definitely made the game more fun for me, but I also learned a lot when using it. And remember, it's not for everybody. So if you use it for a long period of time and you don't see any improvement, don't waste your time erasing your old muscle memory and aiming. Sometimes you don't need RawAccel and you just need to play around with your sensitivity. So yeah, that's my opinion on RawAccel. I hope this video is to use of those who may be interested, because when I was researching it, I never really found a video that actually made me confident on if I wanted to use it or not. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.